saying, I don't want to ruin it for whoever wants to watch it.
Nah, people just watch it. It's not like, I know for us, like the way we're explaining it, even though we're fucked up, it sounds like it's like a fucking nerdy show that you're gonna have.
But it's not, man.
No, I know. I'm just saying, you probably people thinking like it's a nerdy show that you're gonna learn. It's gonna be slow and boring. Nah, man. They're like 45 minutes.
And they go quick.
Zac Efron and the other guy, they make it fun. And you learn, it's entertaining. They try different foods. It's like watching Diners and Drive-In. He's going to different places trying different food. This is similar. They're doing a little bit of both. And for me, I like it because I'm learning something new.
Yeah.
So I watched like 3 or 4 episodes. I watched the first one, Iceland. And then my girl she was watching it too, but she was a little bit into it. Then I said, oh shit, I want Puerto Rico. So I skipped to episode 7 or something. I went straight to Puerto Rico. I watched that, and then I went to the Sardinia one because I went to Italy. Like my girl was like, "Yo, why you like everything Italy?" I'm like, "Yo, that's why I proposed to you." Like, for me, and also like my daughter was there for such a long time. My daughter tells me so much about it, and honestly, I liked Italy a lot. Like I really did. Like I've been to different countries. But Italy, I'm not saying that the people were great and all that. I don't know, but like the pasta, the vibe, you drink wine. It just, like I really liked it. And there's so many parts of Italy that you could go that are different. Like Rome is different from Venice. Venice is different from Florence and all this stuff. So I watched that one, the Sardinia one that they were talking about how you walk and basically the foods that they're making their own food.
And they're still eating carbs. They're still eating pasta.
And they show how the pasta making. And
dude, the water one fucked me up.
I gotta watch it.
The water one, because once it starts off there in L.A., in a restaurant in L.A., and you see how they have wine concierge, guys that know wine.
Yeah.
Like experts. There was a water expert guy who owns this restaurant. And he talks about people think that if they go to a store and buy purified water, distilled water, that's good for them. No.
Yeah.
These waters have killed all the minerals and all the vitamins that we need in our body.
Yeah.
That water's not good for you. You need to have the water that has all that. And then they have a water that's made in France that you open it and it tastes like alcohol. You'll see that on the episode.
I'm gonna watch that.
That is heavy water. It's like a heavy water that's the best water for you to drink because it has everything. It's not purified. It's not distilled. Yeah. They say it tastes like almost you're drinking. You ever had Alka-Seltzer that you throw Alka-Seltzer in the water and you drink it and it's heavy?
Basically, it's seltzer water.
Yes, but this is that episode opened my eyes because you go to France and they have fucking things in the middle of the street that is like tap water. All you need is they sell you the fucking bottle, and you could just go and get the water for free.
You know what's crazy? Like you guys watch it, it's entertaining, and you're also learning. So
yes, you're learning.
I liked it. I want to watch more. I just like this week. I haven't really watched too much TV. The only thing, like I said, I started going into the High Town. And I wanted to watch it with the Mercado, but I haven't really watched too much TV. But the Zac Efron, I'm definitely going to watch. The one thing I noticed is when in Europe, especially Europe, even in Romania, Italy, when you go to, like if you go out here, you go to a restaurant, they give you water for free. Over there, they charge you.
Gotcha.
Over there, like they charge you. So they'll ask, and the one thing they ask you, which I'm not used to, is they always ask you, do you want still? Or I forgot still is regular water. And then seltzer, I don't know what they call it. They don't call it seltzer. They call it something else. But everywhere still or sparkling. Everywhere you go, they ask you, do you want still or sparkling? And you'll be like, whatever, still. And what they do is they bring a bottle. They don't, like, you gotta pay for water.
Yeah.
Romania, like, I pay for water all the time. I'm used to getting it for free. And the one thing I used to notice too, that they don't really give ice.
Okay.
You know how here we give a lot of ice?
A lot of ice.
Out there, it's like very different. And the portions are smaller.
Gotcha.
If you order a Coke, they don't give you a can. They give you a bottle, but there's the bottles that look cool.
Yeah.
But that shit only got probably like a few ounces.
Gotcha.
But that's just one thing I noticed. Like out there, for some reason they charge for the water. I wonder that has to do with anything. Because I noticed that in all of Europe, like they charge. Out here we give it for free, but I don't know why.
It's definitely a good watch. You're gonna learn from these 8 different episodes and the 8 different countries they went to. The only other documentary that I watched and I found it good because I was a fan of his was the Stephon Marbury.
The Coney Island one.
Yeah, the kid from Coney Island.
I need to watch that.
If you're not a fan, you might become a fan of him just because the things that he went through, just to become who he was, and then go to China and become the better man that he is.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had 3 uncles who tried to become NBA players. They were great players in their block, went to college and never made it to the league.
Yeah.
And he was the 4th generation after 20 years to actually have that whole Marbury is in their genes.
Yeah.
To be basketball player. And he was the only one to become the basketball player. But then he had a cousin like
it was about Sebastian Toffler.
Because I always thought it was Caron Butler.
Yeah.
But it was Tefler,
Yeah,
his cousin.
Telfer from Coney Island, yeah.
But Marbury was the 4th person who tried to become it. He actually became because they said everybody's genes were pulled into him, and he didn't have the height that his uncles had, but he had the guts and the glory type to want to become, and he became who he was. And yeah, he was a dick in the league, and this is where he went to go play with Kevin Garnett. Like, he was mad because he wasn't winning, but it gives you insight why. This is a kid from Coney Island. He still had that New York mentality. He
still has it to now.
He had that dug, like, yo.
Yeah, he still has it to now.
You know what I'm saying? Just like Allen Iverson still has that mentality. You know what I'm saying? But you see why. But in China, he's loved. Like, he's Jordan.
I know.
And why he had these N1 sneakers for $20 because he wanted the kids to get. Like, people don't think about that. People want to think, because Jordan's $160. He said, dude, when I was young, I couldn't afford these Jordans, so I want to make these sneakers affordable for these kids.
I remember I bought a pair.
They're like $19.99 sneakers, bro.
I don't know if you ever went to that store. I think it was called Smith's inside 34th Street, inside the mall. So, you know,
when
the
you're
mall.
walking to like the
mall,
Long Island?
No, 34th Street and 6, whatever. You know that big mall. The only mall is in New York.
Manhattan Mall.
Manhattan Mall.
Yeah.
There was a store called Smith's. If you go to the 2nd floor, it was like a sports store.
Okay.
They would sell back in those days when people used to rock the plaid.
Yeah.
The heavy plaid, the Carhartt. You could buy the Carhartt there. You could buy there was like a pair of jeans that were big. I forgot the name of them. You could buy them. They were cheap. They were called like Big Something.
Okay.
But they would sell the M1, the Starberries for like $19.99.
Yeah, that was the price.
I bought them once there in that store. It was called Smith's.
And he tells you why he did it. And I give him props for that. He was like, yo, I was helping the kids who couldn't afford the Jordans, and they still wanted to be cool. I gave them those, and they looked at me like I was a dickhead for doing that for kids. Because he was looking out for the youth in the hood and all that. And I was like, God damn, you're right. Like, you had to go to another country for they could give you major props. 1, 2, 3 championships up there. Yo, they love him in China. They got statues of him and everything.
I gotta watch it. I'll probably watch it right after tonight.
It was like an hour and a half. He comes back to Brooklyn. The movie He Got Game was based almost about him. Ray Allen was playing his character because Stephon Marbury went to Lincoln High. The character he was playing went to Lincoln High.
Okay.
Played basketball, tried to go to college. This guy went to Georgia Tech. I think Jesus, that was Ray Allen's name in the movie. I think he went to Georgetown. Ray Allen was from New York too. Yo, yeah. I didn't know that.
I didn't know Ray Allen was from New York. I know that. I think I heard Marbury on 97 around the time when he was putting the documentary out. I forgot. It wasn't on Netflix or somewhere else. He was talking about that, but I wanted to know what happened in the afterlife. Like the China stuff, I don't
Dude,
know.
it goes in deep in that. Like,
That because I know that was big,
Yeah.
but I don't know like how all that
like
happened.
he's big in China, like Jordan type big out there.
But I know that Marbury's still the same way because because I think when he went to 107, it was around when Spike Lee got kicked out.
Yeah.
So he was like real. He was saying like, "Yo, that man's they've always been dicks."
Yeah.
But he goes at the same time. He was saying that entrance where Spike Lee's going through, that's not an entrance for people. So he's like, he should have just gone the other way. Like he was saying, like he was just being real about it.
No.
He was being real on both sides. He was like, yeah, Donan's a dick, but he goes at the same time, Spike Lee's not supposed to go today. He just got used to going through there.
Yeah.
So he was also being like, yo, like you just could go through the other way.
So like I've been a fan of Stephon Marbury for the longest, and to see him go from being drafted for Milwaukee Bucks, then traded to the Minnesota. Him and Ray Allen got traded, I think because Ray Allen went to.
I gotta watch it, man. I gotta watch it.
That same, they were in the same draft class. Yeah. Him and Ray Allen. He got to the Bucks. Ray Allen got picked by Minnesota. Then they got traded that same day. And that's where they were like, oh, Stephon Marbury and KG. That's going to be like the dynamic duel. And back then, talking about them two, yo. So that's a good watch. I suggest you guys watch that, even if you're not a fan. So those are my picks. That's what I got.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't really watched too much TV this week. Like I said, the Hightown, I pretty much finished it. I was like on episode 4 for like weeks, so I finished that. And then the Huerta Mercado, I watched it last time we did the podcast, so I finished it off today. And then the only other thing was, like I said, the Zac Efron show, which I've watched. But other than that, I haven't really watched too much shows. I've just been just working and stuff like that. But definitely this weekend, a lot of fun things coming up. I can't wait for the weekend. I know Al has plans with his shorty to do something for her birthday, so that should be cool. But now, people, like I said, man, we're episode 116. Maybe you'll hear a sneak episode during the weekend. We just want to say we love you guys from Canada, from Boston. All of you guys who listen to us when we're fucked up and whatever the fuck, as I am a little bit right now. Thank you for listening to us. And yeah, man. One last thing, and like, sorry we skipped through everything because we got caught up. My man Albert got the Columbia shirt. We played Colombian music, and he got the hat. So, is it this weekend is the festival? Or
Monday's the Independence Day, July 20.
So please talk to that.
Normally, back in the days, we used to go to Queens, to Shea Stadium, and hang out for the festival. We don't have that anymore. But yeah, we this Monday, July 20, we'll be celebrating Colombia's Independence Day. It's not. I don't think we're gonna have any festivals going on because the whole social distances that's going on. But just to your fellow Colombian friends or whatever, just give them a quick shout out because it's our Independence Day this Monday, July 20, and let's have a little fun this weekend and go from there. I do have my little sombrero and my Colombia shirt going on right now, representing for my Colombian peoples. And let's see what happens. It's not July 4, but it's July 20, baby. And we go from there.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody celebrating. Well, gonna have to keep it home to celebrate the festival. I wish we could have got more into it because I would like to hear the festival kit.
Oh, man.
What do you have to wear?
No, man. We'll talk about it next week because I know for the festivals, that's when you go see. The Colombian girls were considered exotic back when I was growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was always used to the Dominican, Puerto Rican black girls.
Yeah.
But then when you go to Queens, they were like tight.